Since Shenglong, hundreds of herbs and herbal remedies have been discovered and used throughout the long history of China. The herbs used in traditional Chinese medicine have had a profound effect on the development of the Chinese nation and its people. Dr. Li Shizhen, working in the Ming Dynasty, brought together 16 centuries of experience and understanding in a book called Ben Chao Gong Mu, which made a great contribution to the worldwide development of Chinese medicine. Such historical books together form a vast treasure of knowledge in Chinese civilization, which has been passed down the ages from generation to generation. Traditional methods of using Chinese herbs require long periods of preparation involving boiling the herbs and then reducing the volume of liquid. This often prevents patients from using them because the time taken for their preparation does not fit into modern life. The problem is to bring the wealth of experience and the benefits of TCM to the modern world. In China, the Tianying Company has taken the first important steps along this route. The Tianjin Pharmaceutical Company is located in the north of the Taihu region of the Yangtze River in Jiangyin City. This is a modern town with excellent communications in a developing economic zone of southern China. In the 1980s, the company's general manager, Zhao Jiulin, had the inspiration which began the research leading to the production of concentrated granules. This has had a radical effect in bringing TCM into the 21st century, removing the onerous need for brewing which patients were formerly compelled to do. Because of the standardization which granules have introduced, there is now a consistent quality of herbal preparations which was impossible to achieve with the old techniques of boiling and brewing. High-tech equipment is used to extract the essence of the herbs into granules. Starting with the raw materials, the processes involve boiling, concentration and filtration, spray drying, granulation, and packaging. On the 8th of November 1993, the Tianjin Company successfully produced the first batch of granules. As a result, it was given an award by the State Drug Administration. In 2000, the company established the first national centre for granule production under the GMP standard. The site extends over 6,000 square metres, representing an investment of 60 million RMB. It processes over 3,000 tonnes of herbs and produces more than 500 different products. Since its inception, the Tianjin Company has collaborated with the Chinese Medical Research Institute, Nanjing Medical University, and the China Academy of TCM, applying new scientific knowledge in its production. The company's staff is well grounded in basic TCM theory. In addition, a great deal of emphasis is placed on training the staff to a high standard in modern methods, especially in techniques of quality control, and in particular the GMP standard. By 1994, the company had completed its research into the production of granules from 400 different herbs, and it became the largest company specializing in granule-based herbal products in China. It has published more than 50 papers on the research and application of concentrated TCM granules. In 1995, the State Drug Administration confirmed that the company's procedures were advanced and practical. The quality standard was stable and easy to control, and the products were safe and effective. In order to guarantee the quality of the herbs used in granule production, the company has established more than 3,000 mu of GPA standard planting base in different locations, including Zhongjiagong and Wuqing. Products which do not come from the company's own growing areas are purchased only from suppliers who adhere to the GPA standard in their cultivation methods. It established a method of purchasing where products are checked against the Chinese pharmacopoeia. As well as using the traditional methods of checking TCM products visually to confirm their origin, The company employs physical and chemical analysis techniques to check the product's authenticity and purity. After completing all these checking procedures, the material is stored, and to further ensure quality, samples are selected at random for further checking. Brewing is still the best method of extracting the essence of the herbs to incorporate into the concentrated TCM granules. Modern vats can hold hundreds of kilos of raw material to allow the process to take place on an industrial scale. The product is extracted at the point which research has shown gives optimum yield for a given concentration, temperature and boiling time. In order to get the maximum yield, herbs are divided into groups according to their nature, for example roots, flowers, fruits and seeds, etc., and according to their sugar and water content. Different processing techniques are applied to each of these categories to give the most effective extraction. The concentrate resulting from the boiling process is centrifugally filtered to remove impurities such as solid material, starch and sugar, before being passed to distillation apparatus for further refinement. To concentrate the extract at a low temperature, it is heated in a condensing boiler under a vacuum at between 40 and 60 degrees Celsius. Employing a high-tech dry spraying method, the concentrate becomes powder in less than a minute. To ensure consistent quality of the product, the vacuum, temperature and rate of extraction are constantly checked. Each process is strictly supervised by trained staff who make quality checks before it can be moved onto the next stage of production. The spray-dry technique ensures that the effective components of the medicine are not destroyed and the quality is preserved. All workshops in the factory are guaranteed 100% clean. In the production of concentrated TCM granules, various raw herbs and TCM products are processed in small batches at the same time. Any carelessness would result in direct contamination or cross-contamination of the product. Therefore, strict regulations were designed for the staff to eliminate any possibility of contamination. In order to make the most effective concentrated TCM granules and to make the granules easy for dissolving, taking and absorbing, the Tianjin Pharmaceutical Company regard granulation as the crucial stage of TCM production. Research continues during production. In 1994, a new technology called Process of Producing Fast Dissolving TCM Granules was developed and awarded a national patent in China. This technology enables shaping, smashing and granulation all in one step without the addition of other materials. A small bag of granules produced by this technology can normally be dissolved in water within 3 minutes. This invention gained the National Award Certificate in November 2000. A great deal of research was carried out for the scale of equipment for packing TCM granules. In packing granules, calibration is checked normally within 1 or 2 minutes, plotted to ensure the deviation is less than 5%. To guarantee the concentrated TCM granules to be safe, effective and stable, Tianjin Pharmaceutical Company set up a series of procedures for assaying raw herbs, immersion, middle products and final products. Especially for the final products, precise instruments were used to test their water content, solubility, bacterial, heavy metal and residual agricultural chemical content. Therefore, the product quality of Tianjin Pharmaceutical Company is guaranteed for 3 years. Different instruments including high-performance liquid and gas chromatography, thin-layer chromatography, thin-layer scanning and ultraviolet analysis are used in measuring the ingredient contents of TCM granules. This has essentially changed the traditional ways of determining product quality by only relying on the product's colour, smell and taste, and therefore greatly ensures the quality of TCM granules. The method of layer scanning was designed according to the standards of TCM granules. This method compares corresponding locations between granules and comparison materials to observe if there are any speckles in these locations of granules to determine their quality. Tianjin Pharmaceutical Company has a 2,000 metre square area warehouse for storing half-mature product. and another 2,000 metre square area warehouse to store final product. Warehouses are always kept constant temperature with flowing air. Different products are stored according to their families. Departing and stocked products are kept separately. Safety and effectivity is the core of concentrated TCM granules. In clinical applications, the Tianjiang Pharmaceutical Company has collaborated with the Jiangsu TCM Hospital and other main TCM hospitals around China. The study for the application of about 100 prescriptions made up by different concentrated TCM granules and decoctions was carried out. Also, the study for the medicinal effect of 10 types of concentrated TCM granules and tablets to form multi-prescriptions has been completed. Having been tested by nearly 100 million people in over 400 TCM hospitals for concentrated TCM granules, the company has built up its reputation and brought fortune and health to people around the world. Through the efforts of the Tianjiang Pharmaceutical Company in the last 10 years, the traditional way of decocting TCMs has been completely changed. The disadvantages, such as hard to control the time of decocting, hard to mix ingredients with quality control, hard to determine decocting time for different herbs, 30 to 40% effective ingredients wasted in dregs, inconvenient to carry around and difficult to store and transport, have all been entirely solved. This changes the traditional decoction of TCMs to a standard and normalized process. From the beginning of its establishment, the Tianjiang Pharmaceutical Company always keeps research, clinical application and production synchronized. It aims to take advantage of modern technology in order to enhance traditional distinguishing features of TCM to serve the health of people. Products of the company have been sold not only for the Chinese market, but also for 17 countries and districts around the world, including the USA, Canada, UK and Germany. Due to their safety, effectivity, convenience and fast effect, concentrated TCM granules are well accepted by doctors and patients. Developing and improving medicine and pharmacology are still considered as today's pioneering work. Being a science is what TCM intends to be.
Trade powder, and that's very good. It's much better than the concurrents.
Oh, good.
And one thing which is very important for our patients, they are not used to cook herbs.
Yes.
They do not know exactly how long it should cook or so. So this already finished product is very good for them, and it's also the standard. Always the same concentration. So if they would cook it bad, they have just 20% of the concentration or so. That's good.
Yeah.
Here in our pharmacy, we use Treasure of the East brand herbs. These are produced by the Tianjiang Pharmaceutical Company. It is a company that is GMP certified by the Chinese government. That ensures that the herbs are pure and very safe for human consumption, free of heavy metals and pesticide residues and other noxious substances that would not be beneficial for human consumption.
这个免线颗粒啊，我们时光医院已经用了10多年了。这个临床使用呢，这个非常安全。那么这个从生产工艺来说呢，它这个质量比较保证。